go. Thank you, Justin and Mason. Great job. Great job. For my piano. Kind of drowned out the music, didn't I? Oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes sometimes. Well, shoot, man. Well. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Yes, it is. Thy word. Yeah, Terry boy. You might be able to hear a little bit of that music. Why can't? Yeah, you might remember why we came. It's because we did. Probably can't even hear it, but I hope you can hear me. And hey, Tristan, you said it's in the videos. Richard Pryor on the video. Wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and wickedness in high places. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty to the pulling down of strongholds. I sense so many strongholds. I think I have one on me. But I've been in the Word every day for a while, and I trust in the Lord, and happy is he who trusts in the Lord. Why don't you stay home just a little bit longer? Please, please, please say you will. That's what the government says. That's what I say right now to Robin, but it just don't work out. battle is the Lord's, and it will be won by God and His power. That's the inheritance of the saints. What's it say? What does it say? Isaiah 54:17. Is it backwards? By golly, it is. Well, no, why would that be backwards? So when you do the reverse screen, it's backwards? Isaiah 54:17. This is the inheritance. Let's see. Inheritance. ... Yeah. This is the inheritance of the saints. This is the rest of the story. That's what it says in Isaiah. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. For this is the inheritance of the saints. The saints are those who fear God. Not just St. Christopher, St. Michael, and St. whatever. Christopher is probably the most popular one I know. As far as, I learned that by people having them, maybe Catholic parents got it for them. But anyway, it was cool to have one back when I was a kid.
Now I want to understand. I have done all that I could to see the evil and the good without hiding. You must help me if you can. Doctor, my eyes, tell me what is wrong, 'cause I am wise to leave them open for so long.
What color are my eyes?
I have wandered through this world, and as each moment has unfurled, I've been waiting to awaken from these dreams.
Go just where they will. I never noticed them until this feeling. It's later than it seems. My eyes.
Tell me what you see. I hear their cries. Just say if
It's too late for me. Practicing my music. Working on a song. Hi, Debbie. I'm getting there, but I'm slow. Messed up in the head a bit. Shoot. I don't know if I should. I don't really know, man. I just don't know. No man's an island. I have all these one-liners that mentors along the way have told me. No man is an island. Meaning it takes a team to obtain the dream. That's my own. Building on the idea that no man's an island. No man is an island. He starts off with a mom and a dad. Learns the basics, pooping and peeing in the right place and learning how to talk. I'd say that's the basics. And until they're able to learn that, they're just helpless. You gotta have a mom and a dad to get them to that level. Well, they gotta have a mom and a dad to bring them into the world. Many mothers and a few fathers probably in proportion, but by the time, maybe before, they still got to have their butt wiped. Maybe the dad's gone, maybe the mom's gone, but one of them stayed. What causes that? I don't know. I would say somewhere between selfishness and satanic influence. you know. Somewhere in there. Because the moral authority would tell you, which is God, that you got to take care of yourself first. And then you also got to take care of those you're responsible for, which, if you're responsible for anybody, that's a promotion. You've been elevated by God through your works, but through His power. But then sometimes it doesn't last that very long, and one of the natural parents spins off somewhere and finds a new girlfriend or boyfriend, or gets run over by a train, or gets off on drugs or alcohol, or which are both drugs. They're all chemicals, or whatever. Any thing to deviate them from their number one responsibility to them. Their number two responsibility, taking care of those they're responsible for. If they become unable, then hopefully there's a family that will help. And sometimes there is and sometimes there isn't. I think more times there is than isn't. And I think it's all just handled. No red tape, no lawsuits, no bullshit. I've never seen it any different, I'm going to be 59 in 2 or 3 weeks. And that's a long time to never know anyone personally that had a family member or any other authority take their kids. Well, I've met girls that didn't have their kids, and through divorce decree, the husband got them, and but that always brings a big question to what happened. but it's really none of my business most of the time, and so I never learn about it any deeper than that. But now that spirit has hit a little too close to home. You know, when I had exhausted every effort humanly, of course I reached to God, but He doesn't physically appear. He may have to me a few years ago. I'm not sure what all that was about, but of course, ask God for wisdom, and He'll give it to you. So that's the premise of understanding. But if it had anything to do with things in this world, and knowledge could be obtained just by talking to someone that knows, been there, or maybe has the ability to troubleshoot for you. I've had many people over the course of my life, and a big go-to was my dad, or my mom, or my best friend, or my sister, or my brother. And Mom and Dad aren't here anymore, but my brother and sister and best friend are. But they got lives too, you know. I can't just take up all their time. So I go to therapy. I don't know. My first bout with it, the therapist, I just thought he was a bobblehead, you know. You just click him a couple of times, and and you pay him to listen to you. You don't really get any substance, or I didn't. No offense to that guy, but too young and inexperienced, or everything I said was right, or whatever. I don't know, but I just didn't get anything out of it. I like it. You always do it for a little bit, but then don't take much, does it, Rock? That's Rocky's buddies. It's weird all that I was handling while I was working. And then the level of stress was just a little bit too much, I guess. I like stress because I think it makes things happen. So, I don't think I'm invincible and bulletproof, but pretty close. So a lot of times I bite off more than I can chew. But God's my Father, and I had a good earthly father and mother, brother and sister, and tons of friends. One best friend that's never let me down, and had some kids along the way. Had a wife, good partnership for a long time. I don't know where I heard it. I don't even know if I ever heard it, but all good things come to an end. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. But many good things come to an end. No, I will agree with that one. So I don't know if I ever heard it or the devil put it in my mind. I mean, I've heard it for years in my head, but I don't know if anybody ever said it or not. Man, I'm in basically a transformation period. Trying to look out for someone I'm not legally responsible for, but to me I'm more morally responsible in a big way, but because they're family. But I think we're morally responsible to help our neighbor, so they don't really have to be our family. And so how much more the kinship, friendship, commitment to encourage them and help them along the way and not ignore them. No one likes to be ignored. All the homeless people, like, they're ignored, but not all the time. There's people that reach out. And the government even reaches out. So this is a Christian nation. We think about what would Jesus do, and we try to do that. That was a popular wristband for a while. Don't see it anymore. But I ask myself the question a lot of times because it helps me solve problems, buddy. It helps me solve problems. Well, the decision I was in process of making got interrupted by a blip on the screen that turned into I don't even know how many hours of hope, trials, effort, interaction. Involved others and shortly led to the same conclusion. So I obviously make mistakes, and I just don't know exactly what to do from here. That's the deal. Is it slandering if you know the truth, if you're telling the truth? I kind of feel like it is. I don't really know the definition. Let me look it up real quick. Hey Siri, what is the definition of slander?
As a noun, it means the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation.
So it is false. False. It says false and damaging. And as a noun, it's the action or crime of making a false or spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Underscore, a false and malicious spoken statement. False and malicious, yeah, malicious, so that would be evil intent. And as a verb, make false and damaging statements about someone. So It appears that to slander, it has to be false and damaging. Well, according to that, Webster probably, you could affect somebody the same way by making truthful statements. If it's damaging to their reputation, it seems like you would not want to do that. Well, nobody calls my home phone. Let's see who it is. Hello? I've been chosen to receive a medical alert system. That's the second call I've got. I can't say that I'm totally disinterested. 'Cause I had one call before, and it was that, and I just hung up. Makes me wonder if somebody referred them to me. Probably so. Probably so. But anyway, I'll do nothing. Appreciate the thought if it was a referral, but I don't see any reason for that. So anyway, yeah, so we all have stories to tell about most people in our lives that wouldn't fit the definition of slander, but it would have the same effect because it's the truth. So I don't really care to be in that club. I guess I've done my share of it. But I respect privacy, and I've done a hell of a lot more of live and let live and leave people alone and keep their stories out of my story. It's better for them. Better for me because I just feel better about being good to people, you know. Sometimes there's a reason you gotta, I mean, you can't always be like that. Sometimes you gotta pull the tablecloth off and show what's under it every now and then, and that's just a moral judgment call at the time. So I don't know. It takes me a long time to think through things because I want to reach a conclusion that I've searched up through my brain, called out to God, reached out where I could reach out, basically exhaustively researched it, received counsel, prayed to God, thought it through, processed it, give it the time test. It did. Eventually I reached a conclusion, and then I mean, that's my style, and sometimes it can happen pretty quick, and then depending on how persistent the problem is and what all it entails, it can linger for a while. And then sometimes it can all happen in less than a minute. And that's what experience does. First time you might have to think a little harder, but once you make an absolute judgment about the way things are, the way they should be, and this, that, and the other, then it's a good place to be, because then you're passionate. It's good to believe in something. It's good to have a moral code. It's good to believe in God and ask Him for help and know that He'll answer. But I'm in between now. I'm processing really hard, letting myself get sidetracked now and then. Not often, because people don't come by or call. I got another friend that has a saying. He was kind of a mentor too. He says, if they're not calling you, they're not into you at all. They're not into it. But I get some calls. Some visitors, not very many. No pity. Not looking for pity. Not having a pity party. Because when I was young, man, I had so many friends. So many people. And the older I get, just the fewer there are, you know. I thought it got bigger, but they don't. Well, with me, it hasn't. I don't know. I feel stressed to make a decision, but I gotta know what I'm doing is gonna help. So, till I'm there, I will not make a decision. I want to get back to work. I want life to go back to normal. I just wake up and think it's all a bad dream, but it hadn't all been bad. It's been good and bad. But focus on the good. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on the good. Take segments of the day to think through, give attention to problems, decide whether I have the ability to change them or not, and if I know how and it's good, then I will. If I don't know how, or the risk is greater than the plan, then I won't do it. Maybe the older you get, the more conservative you get, because I think I don't know what I am. Human. But the word lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. And that's what I'm going to depend on. It's been 37 minutes. If you watched this, you're a hero. If you watched it, all of this, you are my hero. I'd like to know who you are. I don't have any way of knowing that. Let you just tell me, or it'll tell me if somebody watched it all the way through. But since it's so long, then it's pretty likely that nobody did. But whatever. You may or may not see it. You may or may not believe it. But it's true. It's true. Remember, don't tell them Jesus loves them unless you're ready to love them too.